This is Paul with LSP Data, and on this video I wanted to cover some of the ways to find pre-foreclosure data for Harris County. So obviously that includes major cities like Houston. But I wanted to also touch a little bit on this one-click pre-foreclosure. So we've made it a lot easier for a lot of you to identify some of the documents that you normally look from the county level, and how to, obviously based on your own experience, you end up looking for specific things, right? So in this case, let's say you're looking for bankruptcy, you're looking for list pendants, you're looking for reassignment of trustee. So certain indicators, right, that are going to lead to a foreclosure. So let's say if you're a customer, or even if you sign up for a free trial, there's ways that once you log in here, as you can see, the data gets updated on a daily basis, right? And let's say you don't know where to start, right? So let's say you started here under, as you can see, this county doc has a lot of different, documents, right? A lot of them are very relevant to real estate. But if you were confused on what all of this means, obviously you can Google it or ask ChatGPT on what those terms mean, right? Or we made it easier for you. So if you want to click on pre-foreclosures, yes, and it'll filter down to about 22,000 records. And then let's say if you wanted to just kind of see and zero in even further, right? You can just say, hey, you know what? Let's look for bankruptcies, list pendants, maybe modification of loans, right? Reassignment of trustee, or let's just uncheck that one. But let's say if you wanted to search further, so that narrows it down quite a bit. And then from here, obviously you can apply other, let's say you're only interested in, out-of-state absentee owners. You can further that down, right? Now it brings it down to 80. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to search, right? Let's say if you just wanted general absentee owners, right? You can select that. Brings it to about 4,000 again. And the beauty of this is that as you're scrolling down, you can also see other indicators, because we like to list stack, right? As we're a data company, we like to give you additional context and, is there a tax delinquency, right? So let's say I wanted to sort by tax delinquency here. I can see that that's all right. This one falls under the list pendants. And as we can see, they also had a tax suit, right? And you can see the date in which they had some of those tax suits. So for example, this one is very recent. So this would be probably one that you would want to, do a bit of marketing as well. And again, we want to give you consistent and up-to-date data, right? And give you multiple use cases. So again, let's say even if you were looking from the civil court point of view, you can also look for like those that are being raised as expedited foreclosure, or like there's an issue with the HOA, right? So there's provide you a lot of information here, and that way, make it a lot easier, right? So, and let's say you're looking for single family properties, duplex, right? You can also search for that. Let's say you're also interested in just reaching out to individuals, property owners, right? Maybe you don't want to reach out to LLCs or corps. You're not interested in governmental related or like nonprofit or religious, right? So in this case, this is a pretty solid list that you could just export and just start reaching out to property owners, right? We give you the ability to see, what kind of property it is. You can click on this Google Maps. It'll open another page just to verify, the properties and whatnot, right? And again, if you wanted further sort of indicators like, is it tax delinquents, right? Has there been any evictions, right, in the past, or small claims? Again, for Harris County, we have a lot of data. We're also going to introduce some of the AI features here as well. So that way it gives you a summary of this is a good property to invest because in the last 6 months, these events have taken place, right? And as you know, for any property that eventually goes into foreclosure, there's usually different, life events that take place, right? Maybe falling behind payments, maybe modification of loan, maybe reassignment of trustee when the bank kind of takes over the loan, right? There is a lot of data that we have, and again, we're trying to implement some of that AI so you can easily, makes it a lot easier for you as the user or the investor to pull more relevant records. But again, we have a lot of data, and we're just trying to provide you as much, options, so that way, for those of you that know what you want, it makes it a lot easier, right? And I'll leave it at that. Again, you can easily just export this list to Excel, CSV, skip trace it, or if you're doing physical mailers, that works too. And also wanted to remind you that we have a Skool community here. So come join us and interact with other real estate investors. It's pretty new, so we're trying to grow it at the moment. But come ask your questions and get a lot of value. Again, we're a data company and we're very good at what we do. So come ask any questions, and thanks for watching.